この近くのはずなんだけど。
あとそろそろ全開でいくかな。言っとくがおめえなんかに天下は取らせねえからな。
All right, everybody, we are hopping into a Rainbow 200% Level 10 Link showcase here for this, well, he's not new, but this World Tournament Goku here. Now, I did not get this guy Rainbow during Golden Week. I got him to 79%. We did full World Tours for this guy. At the time, I took him to every single fight, his team, into every single fight of the Red Zone that was out at the time. We did complete World Tours of this guy. I was pretty impressed, but it did solidify to me that he was only the third best unit in the game, or, well, third best TUR at the time. I did decide that I liked Piccolo Jr. and God Goku better at the time, I believe. This guy is really good and really powerful, but he does have a weakness in that on his third turn, if you haven't revived, his guard is no longer active, and he can become a sitting duck in many fights. So, like, specifically, I remembered, like, the Mecha Frieza and King Cold, and the Android 16, 17, and 18 fights were just really cutting me up with this guy. It's like I wasn't able to do damage because he only gets super effective against all types against one enemy. Like, I was just having a really bad time. But here he is. He's rainbowed. We're starting out here with 316k defense and guard. I'll probably throw him in the slot 1 here. We are getting support from Krillin here. We're going to float him around. We do have a Goku. We're on Goku's team, so we have one on each rotation here. He is giving, what is it, World Tournament category allies 2 key and 40% attack and defense. So that's very good. We can leave Krillin on rotation. We can probably just put, well, we can put Goku in slot 1. They share, what is it, 5 links. We don't get anything from Bulma here, so we don't need to worry about her. We just need to make sure that we get her support up before we leave the rotation here. So let's go ahead. We'll throw Goku in slot 1 here. He doesn't really need any orbs, so we can just grab that 1 AGL key sphere right there. Oh, before we actually hop into the showcase, let's talk about some bullet points, things that make him really good. His leader skill is actually notable. It is maybe like the best leader skill in the game. It's in contention for sure. Earthbred fighters and powerful comeback together just make a very, very powerful team. Earthbred fighters on its own is just, you know, really powerful. His super tech effect, there's nothing really good to talk about there. He does lower attack, but like that's kind of all he does. I mean, he does greatly raise attack, but he greatly raises attack and lowers attack. That's not really the best super tech in the world. Things that we want to talk about here, his first turn, he does have guard, which is very nice. And then another thing that he does have is, where is it? Oh, goodness. High chance of nullifying Ki Blast super attacks directed at him. That is good for the new First Form Cell Red Zone stage and the Rosé stage. Those phases both have... Well, the first phase of the Rosé phase is like the Black Power Ball. That's a Ki Blast, so he can nullify that. And then the First Form Cell does just like the basic Kamehameha, so he can also nullify that as well, which means that you take 0 damage, you still get some buildup on him, and which is just really good. And you know, you don't take any damage, which is very nice. And then the last thing that this guy has that is, you know, very, very good is right down here. Where is it? Right here. So you see the semicolon right here at the very end. That is, this last like 3 lines is where this guy gets actually insane. So he gets an additional 150% attack and defense, an additional super attack, and guaranteed guard for the rest of fight when this character or an ally's revival skill is activated. This guy does have a standby, but it's like almost impossible to get out. It is so hard to get out. It can be activated when HP is 59% or less, starting from his 6th turn. That is just not good. So anyway, here we go. Without further ado, he's at 316k defense here with guard. We do have, you know, Krillin's support, and then as soon as we collect 5 orbs with Bulma, we will also have her support up, which we can get with no 7 orbs, though. I mean, that's fine. Here we go. So now we do have Goku's support up here. There we go. We're, of course, at double digits, and he starts out with a 5.5 million attack stat here. Now, we are facing 1 enemy, so he is also super effective against all types as well. So, yeah, he's going to be hitting a little bit above his, you know, his weight class here, just because he does have that extra super effective against all types, which is, you know, what is it? It's like a 1.54 damage multiplier or something like that. So basically just like, you know, you take whatever attack stat you see, multiply by 1.5 essentially, and that's, you know, like his true attack stat that he's doing to the enemy, which is pretty nice. And Krillin here is a very good option. I haven't tested him in these new red zone stages yet. Maybe I will, because I am going to use this guy in a video against the, what is it, Goku Black and Zamasu. Or, well, I mean the Goku. I'm going to use him in a video against the Goku Black and Zamasu. That's going to be kind of today's videos is I'm going to take Bulma in there. Well, we're doing 200% showcases for Bulma and this 23rd World Tournament Goku, and then I'm going to take them into the new Rose and Goku Black fights. So, all right, let's go ahead, and we can't get this unit 4 hits. I mean, that's fine. Let's just grab some orbs for Goku here. Now, I brought this kid Goku because he's a decent linking partner for this guy, but unfortunately, this guy does not actually support because for some reason, the 23rd World Tournament units are not on... for some reason, they are not on, what is it, Dragon Ball Saga, so they are not supporting them. This Goku and Vegeta needs to get hit 4 times, and then they can stand by. So, I don't know if we're going to get that on this... I mean, obviously, we're not going to get that on this turn, but... I don't know how long it's going to take to get to that point. And, you know, every turn that you're not transformed with this Goku, it is spooky. So, we want to try to get their revive as soon as possible. Some people really overrate this Goku because of their revive. They just say, oh, it's so free and easy to revive, like, whenever you need to in these new events. And partially, that is kind of true. But I don't like forcing the revive. I just think that that's really bad, like, game planning. I think you want to use the revive tactically. And maybe sometimes it is tactically just to revive as soon as possible so that these guys, you know, get that guaranteed guard for the rest of the fight. But sometimes you do want to hang on to that Spirit Bomb because you know that there's going to be like a harder phase later, and you may want that Spirit Bomb later. So, you know, it is a, you know, I do think you have to be tactical with the Spirit Bomb. All right, so here we go. They don't have any hits in. I mean, that's, you know, whatever. So here we go. Another thing that is nice, too, is that, so initially, Goku, I saw his links, and I saw World Tournament Champion, I was like, oh my god, this guy, but, him having it is actually nice, because, this Int Jackie Chun has it, and that is, what is it? It's like 2 key and 20% defense, I think is what it is, or 10% defense, so we are getting a huge buff from that here. You can see, he's at 859k defense with it. If I take it off, he's only at 786k defense, so that is a huge difference in power here. I kind of want to throw Goku in slot 1 here just because that's where the most attacks are. We'll miss out on World Tournament Champion, but I think I am going to do this just so that we can kind of gamble and see if we can get him a little bit more built up. So let's go ahead and do that. Then we can grab Krillin, his orbs right here, and then we'll have Jackie Chun attack Rose because he does get his damage reduction against the enemy that he targets with his 18 keys. So we need to make sure that we're actually attacking Rose with him. By the way, my Goku does have like, he's not full dodge, but he has like 10 or 12 dodge, I believe. You know, some people recommend that you go full dodge on this guy, and I can get it. There have definitely been times where I wish I had this guy with full dodge. But there have also been times where I'm very happy that I did not have it, because some of these new fights, this guy does need to get hit to build up, and I've had turns where he just goes, like, UI Goku mode on turn 1, and he doesn't get hit at all, and then you get to turn 3, and he doesn't have any of his build up, and you're sitting there going, like, you're just, like, deer in the headlights, because this guy, you know, dodged everything on turn 1, you get to turn 2, he doesn't guard, and he didn't build up at all in turn 1, so you're sitting there with like 300k defense or something still, and you know, like, it just, nothing is going well for you. So, you know, so there have been times where I'm glad that I only put 10 dodge on him, but even that 10 dodge, sometimes he dodges too much. By the way, he did a ton of damage. He's no longer super effective against all types because we are up against 2 enemies here, but you know, I just like this showcase, or I just like this stage for showcases. I have unlimited attempts. We have an infinite HP boss. They don't hit super hard, but they hit hard enough to where it's, you know, a little bit threatening. Let's go ahead and, how do we want to do this? Because I want to get them to revive at some point, right? So I guess we can just, I don't really want to float Bulma though, so I guess we'll just do this. I mean, because I don't want to float Bulma. I want to leave Bulma on rotation, that way we always have her support up. Oh, by the way, another thing that this guy does have is that he builds up every time he gets hit, and he builds up a little bit more every time he gets hit while guarding. He gets 20% defense when guard is activated, up to 100%. So he needs to get hit 5 times while guarding. That will activate if you get hit by an AGL enemy. So this Rose hitting us here, even if we're not, like, true guarding, it will still build up his passive because it counts as guarding. So that is something to just keep in mind whenever you're looking at a unit like this. Oh, by the way, I don't want to attack this guy. I want to attack Zamasu. I didn't realize that I guess whenever I tapped Rose, I accidentally targeted him. I mean, that's fine. Goku won't, like, KO him in 1 turn. So we're good here. But yeah, I mean, this guy, he's pretty well designed. He's not as good as Piccolo Jr., but Piccolo Jr. is just like built different. That guy, he's one of the very few units in the game that is just a raw stat unit that I feel comfortable taking into like any event. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. You know, Piccolo Jr., we're going to take him into this event. He's going to do half of the boss's HP on turn 1, and then he's just going to tank everything for like 50k at most, like on like a super attack or something, right? So I feel very comfortable bringing him into events. He constantly is just, you know, doing great things for base, so. All right, we are guarding again. We're getting pretty good luck with the guard. This should not do too much damage to us. Oh, wait, no, this is this guy's first turn, isn't it? So, yeah. No, it's not. It's not his first turn. So, yeah, we're getting pretty good luck with the guard so far. That is good. These units love to show out for me in their showcase videos. So, I hope you guys watch these because it is pretty much the best we will ever see these units is in these showcase videos. For whatever reason, I take them into actual hard content, and they just fail me constantly. But I bring them into their showcases, and they look amazing. They get my hopes up, and then I go do the actual showcases, and I cry. But no, hopefully they do well here. I don't know when we're going to be able to stand by. It's not super, we're not in a super hurry to get it, but, you know, if we had gotten it really early there, then it would have been nice to see with their full passive up, because this is his last turn right here. Turn 5 is the last turn that they have with their intro buff up, so this will actually go away. Where is it? That 101% attack and defense for 5 turns. That goes away after this turn. If we get the revive, you know, we'll get an extra 158, so we'll essentially get all that back plus a little bit more. But it would have been nice to see it with the full 101, with pretty much his full build up and his revival buff up. But that's a pretty rare scenario as is. So here he is. He's at 100. He's at 1,152,886k defense here. That is obviously very good. That is with pretty much all of his good links active. The only thing we don't have is World Tournament Champion. Well, I guess saying Lineage and World Tournament Champion would be giving him some more defense here. So that is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Let's just grab these STR orbs for Krillin. Even if Goku is not guarding here, I mean, we're fine. Like, obviously, right? Like, 1 million defense is good. Now, that being said, if you only have 1 million defense against these new red zone bosses, that's actually not going to be enough for you. Unless you have, like, type advantage. But, you know, let's say you're going up against the Goku Black and Zamasu fight, who is, you know, int on his first turn, and you have 1 million defense. Oh, sorry, bud. Sorry about you. You're still taking damage there. So, you know, 1 million defense looks really flashy, but if it's not paired with, like, guard, then it's not as flashy as it seems. So, but what that does mean is that, you know, obviously, if you have this guy's revive up, or just anybody's revive up, and this guy, you know, is in his post, his post-revive god mode, or whatever you want to call it, you know, 1 million defense is obviously very, very good. So, yeah, great things to say about this Goku here. I guess I could go ahead and cut until we come back whenever we have the revival skill activated. So let's go ahead and do that. We will cut at the end of this turn and come back whenever we have the revival ready to go with this guy. So stay tuned. We will be right back. So alright, funny story here, we actually got Goku's own revive here. We got the friend. We took a little bit of damage last turn. Now, getting this is good, because it means that, like, if we die, we just, you know, we get the revive. So, I'm gonna go ahead and float Bulma off so that I can get her on the rotation with my Goku. Because he has level 10 links. The friend here is rainbowed, but not level 10 links for some reason. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and activate his standby here. So in his standby mode, he basically has, like, no defense. I guess we can go over this real quick since we're actually going to get it in the video. He is unable to attack except for whenever the finish effect is activated. He gives 3 ki and 59% attack and defense to Earth-bred fighters, and 50% defense to World Tournament category allies, and... Wait, what? Oh, he gives all allies 3 ki and 59% attack. He gives Earth-bred fighters 50% defense, and World Tournament category allies 50% defense. He's excluded from those. Except for the Earth-bred fighters. I believe he does do that. Right? I don't know. It doesn't matter. He foresees enemy super attacks, which is great. He revives with 59% HP, recovered when the character or an ally attacking the same turn is KO'd once only, and then he gets an additional 590% attack when performing the finish effect, which is him doing the headbutt KO or whatever. So let's go ahead and play this and stand by. Let's make sure the skips are off. Okay, here we go. Alright, there we go. Now we should have the scouter activated. So there we go. We can put this guy in slot 1. We know that there's a super attack there. And let's go ahead and look at his defense. Only 84k. He is designed to die at this point. Like, that's what you want. There was a funny glitch whenever he first came out, where occasionally you would still be guarding after you got into this mode, and sometimes he, like, would survive. I want to make sure that we get Kid Goku like nothing, but I do want to get Bulma her support, so let's go ahead and grab those. That way it's up for next turn, so we'll get slightly higher defense, but I think we should still die here. Yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and play this, this finish attack right here. Alright, you also got like a little sneak peek at his KO screen as well. It just basically freezes right there where he laughs and smiles and, you know, looks at the camera and all that. So, okay, so now the Gokus are in like Ultra Mega God mode, right? Because they have the last line of their passive up. So you can see Goku here with World Tournament Champions. He's actually getting support from both of these units right here. So, Jackie Chun, I think I've already mentioned it, but again, he does give, what is it? 3 key and 50% attack and defense to World Tournament category allies, and then Krillin is giving, what, the 40%? So he's getting a ton of support here. We have, what is this, 5 out of 7 links activated here. How many does he share? I'm just trying to decide if I could leave Krillin on rotation. Does Bulma have Infighter? Let me double check. If Bulma has Infighter, she does not. Okay, so we'll leave Krillin on rotation. Well, no, we'll leave Jackie Chun on rotation because he does have, yeah, so we'll do this. We'll float off Krillin because Jackie Chun is giving higher support. So let's keep Goku here. Again, Goku is in God mode. He is guaranteed guarding with 1.4 million defense here. Is that good? What do you guys think? Like, yes or no right now, quick, in the comments. Is that good? Is 1.4 million defense with guard good? Like, obviously, yes. Once this guy revives, he is easily, like, maybe the best TUR. Probably after this guy revives, assuming he's built up, he's definitely the best TUR. The issue with these new red zone fights that we have, though, is that they don't really let you get built up. Even if you're able to revive early on, his defense isn't super crazy until you start getting hits in, and you know, taking hits sometimes can be a little tricky, especially because these new bosses don't really attack that often. So a unit like this who needs to get hit like 10 times or whatever it is to fully build up, it can be a challenge. So I mean, clearly he's doing a ton of damage, and whenever we get Bulma next to him, he's going to be even better on that next turn. So turn, what is that, 11? Whenever we get back on turn 11 here, where we're going to have Bulma's support up, or we'll have Bulma's active skill, Bulma's support, and we'll be looking insane. We'll also obviously have Jackie Chun, so yeah, it's going to be a pretty crazy turn next turn for this guy. So we'll go ahead and cut and come back for that crazy turn, assuming we don't die here. Oh my goodness, full dodge build. Thank you. I guess I should have attacked Rose. We're fine here, right, Krillin? Like, we're all good, buddy, right? We're all good here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't scare me like that, my guy. Whew. Listen, we'll be back in just a second. All right, here we go. This is going to be the crazy rotation here for Goku, and I'm going to like put him in slot 2 here just to show his defense. So currently he is at 109 or 1 million or 1.19 million defense here before we use Bulma's active skill and before we get her support. So this isn't Bulma's video, so we're just going to go ahead and skip that here. We're going to go ahead and play it. Oh, wait, no, I messed up. Sorry, hang on one second. Well, no, hang on. Before we cut, so what I'm going to do here is show just like a hypothetical scenario here of what Goku's defense will be if he were, you know, to get World Tournament Champion active here in slot 2. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Goku in slot 1, but obviously I can't do that because I want Bulma to get these orbs. So here he is with just Bulma's active skill activated. He's at basically 1.4 million defense, almost on the dot. Like, what is he? Like 134 defense away from being at 1.4 on the dot. So there we go. And then we grab Bulma's support. And so theoretically here, with World Tournament Champion activated, some of his other links activated here, he would be at 1.5 million defense with guard. So that is obviously insane. Now what I'm going to do is reset this rotation. And we're going to put Goku in slot 1, and we'll just have him linked next to Bulma. The only thing that he's getting with Jackie Chun that's different is World Tournament Champion, and that's just a defense link. So we can just put him in slot 1, see his damage output, and then end the showcase up and do the breakdown. So give me just a second. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here. Here we go. So let's go ahead. We're going to keep Goku in slot 1 here. This time, let's go ahead and collect the orbs with him. It doesn't really matter what we get here. Oh, wait, no, I want to... Dang it, one more time. All right, third time's the charm. But what I need to do is I want to attack Rosé. I want to see if we can just kill Rosé with Goku on this turn. I think it's possible. So let's go ahead. Let's collect these orbs with Goku. So here we go. We have a couple of links active here. We at least have some of his, major attack links active. We're missing out on a few, but like World Tournament Champion, All in the Family, those are just defense links, basically. Saiyan Lineage would give us 5% attack, and then Infighter would give us a little bit more. But I think with Bulma's support and active skill support here, I think we're going to be doing just fine. I don't know about you guys, but let's go ahead and grab those. And then we are also getting 50% support from Jackie Chun here, so pretty good rotation for Goku. Let's see what he can pump out here. I believe he's fully built up. Now, we can't nullify this because this is not a Ki Blast nullification. That's the only thing I did not get in the showcase video here was the Ki Blast nullification. Sadly, neither of these bosses do a Ki Blast, so just did not get that in the video. But here he is at a 12 million attack stat. Very good. And then he can launch off like 4 more of these, I think, or something like that. I don't know exactly how many he can do, but it's something like 4 more. So there he is at a 13. If we were facing one enemy, he would be at super effective against all types as well. So again, that's basically you just multiply his numbers that he's doing by 1.5. And yeah, there's a 14 million. Once you get this guy into this mode like this... Oh, we are super effective against all types because we have Bulma's active skill up too. So, yeah, listen. Once you get this guy into this mode, there's not much that's stopping him. So, let me know what you think about that 23rd World Tournament Goku. Let's go ahead and move into the breakdown. Alright, this is Showdown for the World's Strongest Goku. not the World's Strongest Goku, but Showdown for the World's Strongest Goku. His leader skill is Earth Red Fighters or Powerful Comeback, Ki +3, HP attack and defense 170%. And then for Battle of Fate characters and World Tournament category characters, they get an additional 30% to stats if they're on both. So, not like both of these, but if you're on like, Earth Red Fighters and Battle of Fate, Powerful Comeback and Battle of Fate, Earth Red Fighters and World Tournament, Powerful Comeback and World Tournament, those characters get 200% to stats. His super tech effect is greatly raises attack for 1 turn, immense damage to the enemy, and lowers attack. I understand why they didn't put defense on this, because this guy fully built up. We saw he was at like 1.5 million defense, right? If he was getting 30% defense on each of those super tech effects, that's what, 500,000 defense that he would be getting per super, and he's doing like 4 supers. Like, I understand why they didn't put defense on this. But early on in fights, before you get the like crazy god mode out, that does kind of hurt him a little bit. But attack lowering is decent for some fights, so that's good. It's just like, man, he could really benefit with just like some defense on this or something. Like, I don't know, give him like a 10% chance to dodge on this or something that he builds up every time he does a super or something. I don't know. He needs slightly more defensive viability on this. Well, dodge wouldn't even be good because he needs to get hit. I don't know what the answer is, because if you give him defense on this, he gets way too much defense whenever he's fully built up. But if you don't put defense on it, then early on in the fight, he can struggle a little bit defensively. His passive skill, All of One's Might, not All Might's, All for One's Might, what? Activates entrance animation upon entry. Guards all attacks for 1 turn. That is good. It lets you get a little bit of build-up on them. Ki +2, attack and defense 101% for 5 turns. Ki 3, 150% to stats, just baseline. He gets an additional 10% attack and defense with each attack received, up to 100%. Attacks effective against all types when facing only 1 enemy. High chance of nullifying Ki Blast super attacks directed at this character. High chance of guarding all attacks. That after, obviously, this wears off, so then he'll go down to a 50% chance to guard. This is good, by the way, but there aren't as many Ki Blast super attack enemies as there used to be back in, like, 2018 or something like that. Back then, you hopped into Super Battle Road, and every single enemy in there was doing just, like, the generic Kamehameha, like that first form still is now. But this is still valuable. You can get some use out of this. He launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack for 4 turns when guard is activated. This will activate when facing a AGL enemy. So, if he gets hit by an AGL enemy, this will activate, even if he's not, officially guarding. He gets an additional 20% defense whenever guard is activated. This is obviously very good, and I believe this also activates if he dodges. So that is good as well. And again, this will activate when he dodges and whenever he gets hit by an AGL enemy. So this is very, very good. This extra 100% defense that he gets in addition to this. So here he needs to get hit 10 times. Here he needs to get hit 5. This is just 10 in general. This has to be while guarding. So even if you're even if you don't get hit, you just have to have guard up or be being hit by a AGL enemy. So that is good. And then this last bullet point is what really makes him special. He gets an additional attack and defense 150%, which is start a turn. All of his buffs in here, except for the ones that he gets whenever he gets hit. Like, these are multiplicative, but they're additive with each other. So he gets a total of 200% to stats whenever, or like 200%, 100% attack, 200% defense whenever he takes 10 hits, basically, whenever guard is up. So that's what those build up to, and that is multiplicative. But everything else in here, like this, these two, and this, those are all just start a turn additive to each other. So anyway, he launches an additional super attack and guards all attacks starting from the turn in which the character or an ally's revival skill is activated. This little bullet point that they added on right here, this is what makes this guy runnable. If you didn't have this, I don't know that I would ever use this guy, I'll be honest with you. But because you have units like the Metal Cooler, or not the Metal Cooler Core, the Physical Metal Cooler, the 8th Anniversary GT Duo, characters like that, it makes just this guy a lot more viable. So this is really like the saving grace of this guy, is just like these couple of words right here. He does have a standby. We went over it in the video. He can stand by for 4 turns. You're probably not going to be standing by for 4 turns because he's just designed to die. Can be activated when HP is 59% or less, starting from the 6th turn from the start of turn. That means that it's from his first turn. So if you get him in slot 7, it's going to be a while before you can use this. These are his links. We went over those a little bit in the video. They're pretty good. This is a guy that you want to link level, so make sure you get on that. These are his categories. And then these are his 200% leads. He has several right now over on global. And then I kind of went over his standby already in the video, but this is what that does. So you can take a second, pause, and just read it. Essentially, he's like a crazy support. He has a scouter, but he is designed to die. And then he does have the attack. So there we go. That is this 23rd World Tournament Goku. Be on the lookout later today for a video of him against the Goku Black and Zamasu Red Zone. Let me know what you guys think about this guy. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to catch you guys next time.